In today's video, we're going to show you how to put together your new Stout Bell Tent. First thing we're going to do, unroll our tent and see what our imprint's going to look like. Now that we have our tent laid out, we're going to take the smaller stakes out of the stake bag and hammer them into these tie downs right here, all the way around the tent, pulling it tight as we go. As you're working your way around, you want to make sure and pull the tent tight to get it good and taut. Just a helpful reminder for the first time you set this tent up, there's a D-ring down here on the bottom. There's a D-ring here on the canvas. Make sure when you're staking it in the ground, you're using the D-ring that's not on the canvas, the D-ring that's on the bottom. Now that we're done staking the tent down, we're going to grab our tent pole and put it in the middle. So when you get your poles out, it's going to be really obvious which one is the center pole. It's got these suction cups on the ends, and make sure you put the end with this D-ring up. That way you can use that to hang a lantern or a light, something in the middle of your tent. We've got our pole assembled. We know which end is the top. We're going to go in the tent, put it in the middle of the canvas, and there's going to be a little square in the middle of the floor, and that's how we know we're in the middle of the floor of the tent. So this is the square we're looking for. This helps you know when you're in the center of the tent floor. The top is easy enough to find. All these vents point to it. It's the big, darker circle with a lot of canvas in the middle of the tent. We've got our center pole up. Now we're gonna head back outside and start tying on guy ropes. All right, this is one of our guy ropes. The tensioner is on this end, so you wanna leave this end out. The end with no metal piece on it, you're gonna tie to the tent. So come here and I'll show you. Now we're going to use the D-ring that is on the canvas. And what we do is just tie one overhand knot. If you got a better knot, put it in the description below. These seem to work great for us. Just one simple overhand knot. Pull it tight. And now this guy rope was attached to this tent forever. With all of our stout tents, one tip we can give you, if you're going to use a stove, you're going to use the stove jack, go ahead and roll up the cover and put it away before you start staking out your tent, before you start pulling guy ropes, because it will be really hard to lean over and do that after you get your guy ropes tight. Now we're going to take the rebar stakes. They're a little tougher, a little bigger, and we're going to put one at the end of each of our guy ropes. When you're doing this, make sure you go more towards the end of your guy rope if you can. That way you have room to tighten it up. Just before you get the stake all the way to the ground, go ahead and loop your guy rope back over your stake. These tensioners are really easy to operate. All you do is slide it up the rope. That's going to bring our tent up. So on your tensioner, make sure you're making your loop here on the last piece of rope before the knot. That way it can slide up here, keep that straight piece, where that's where you can keep your tension. So make your loop on the biggest part of the triangle here, on the back side of that knot. If you do it here, it's not gonna work as good. Stakes are in the ground, guy ropes are attached. We're gonna make one more trip around our tent, tighten them up one more time. Here's our A-frame. This is gonna go in our door. This is the 4M tent, so we only have one of these. I'll show you how to put it in. You can find these little notches. It's kind of a little holder for the end of the A-frame. It'll slide in there. The top of the A-frame is gonna go in this little hole right here. Take your little rubber cover, throw it on top of your A-frame. Make sure the water doesn't get in right there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy your Stout Bell Tent as much as we have enjoyed ours.